Did the boomers kill Charlie Kirk? Is Tyler Robinson innocent? How you guys doing today? It's Leo once again. Thanks for joining me here on the Leo Show with your host, King Leo. How are you guys? Today I wanted to talk to you guys after a little hiatus yesterday. Sorry I couldn't make a video. I had a migraine that was killer. But I still did my live, all right? So I'm always present. How's everybody doing today? As usual, starting off this video. Did you find someone that loves you? Do you have someone that loves you? Someone that will appreciate you when you're gone? I hope you do. And if you don't, go find them. How's everyone doing? Inflammatory question to start this today, huh? Did the boomer kill Charlie Kirk? I haven't talked about Charlie Kirk in a few days now. Why haven't I done that? Because I don't think I have had anything to add in terms of what I said. But I've been thinking about it, about this whole case, especially with the recent developments of the leaked text messages of Tyler Robinson, where he admitted to the crime. And I really had an insight here that I think is worth sharing with you guys. But in order to understand it, we have to, and the Baudrillardians, my fellow Baudrillardians will understand what I'm going to say here, but look, did Tyler Robinson kill Charlie Kirk? Do we know that for a fact? Of course we don't. There's been no trial. We have no idea. We literally know nothing. But I'd make the case even further, that we will probably never know. Just as we did not know who took that shot at President Trump, we have no idea who did this, okay? And we will never know, especially in this case, because Tyler Robinson is such an amorphous figure where even Jimmy Kimmel's getting fired for projecting his view of who killed Charlie Kirk onto Tyler Robinson. Is he wrong to do this? I would argue that probably not. It's irresponsible, sure. But the reality is that there is no reality. There is no truth. You don't tune into the King Leo Show for some truth. We're here in order to try to figure out the world we live in. And the world we live in, starting off from our Baudrillardian point of view, is that there is no truth. We'll never know what actually is the real, and it doesn't even matter. It's not worth exploring. For purposes of criminal justice, I'm sure Tyler Robinson will be the accused. But for our purposes here, I think it's important to consider the alternate timeline which I've developed, which is one where possibly, it's possible, who knows, maybe it happened that the true killer of Charlie Kirk was the first accused boomer that was arrested. Do we even remember his name? Do we remember who he is? I don't. I tried to look for it. I don't remember what it is. Something's in. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Let's look at him as the archetype, though. He was an older white American gentleman, a boomer. Now, the argument I want to make for you guys here today is that even if this boomer had actually killed Charlie Kirk, which is possible, maybe it was him, we would never be told that this is the truth because it would destroy this country. Why do I say this? Well, we need a little background on the boomer and the way the boomer is portrayed in American media, especially in recent months and years. The boomer generation is that born in the post-war period, before Gen X. And this generation of people, they are commonly seen as the reason that America is in complete and total decline. At worst, at best, they're seen as an incredibly lucky but victimized generation, as they were the first to have television streamed straight into their homes, their brains corrupted by the threat of nuclear war. These poor boomers, in my view, anyone in their position would have done the same thing, and it's not even their fault. That's just my view. I understand that it's not very popular. But I think the boomers get a bad rap because of this. If anyone else had been born a boomer, guys, we would have done the same thing. Imagine if every day you go to school, they show you duck and cover. Just these crazy videos telling you that your school could be blown up at any second by the Soviet Union, and you had to go under your desk to survive. Man, I'd live for the now then. I'd take a cruise. I'd spend the inheritance. I would have a whole lot of fun. I'd go to Woodstock because nothing really matters, right? And in recent months, I've seen more serious people in the American mainstream, like Tucker Carlson and Robert Reich, two people that I'm not a huge fan of, attack the boomer on their programs, as well as I believe Robert Reich did it in the New York Times even, attacking this generation, saying that they are responsible for the social, fiscal, financial, economic collapse of the United States. That these people did so much wrong, that they wronged everyone that came after them, that they deserve no sympathy. We cannot have this attitude in our country. The reason why is because the boomers probably represent, what, a fifth of the American demographic at this point, and they're going to be around for a while, probably the next 2 decades. And these people, man, you cannot have a negative view of them. Attacking your elders would be eating your own. It would be destroying your country. Imagine if tomorrow people said, screw the boomers. I'm going to vote against Medicare existing or Social Security existing. You would leave a bunch of people on the streets to fend for themselves. Imagine even more radical people going out there and saying, oh, the boomer, we might as well take his car because he got it with stolen money. This is not appropriate. We can't do this. It's just not right. The truth of what happened to this country and its decline, there is no truth. We have to understand this, and my Baudrillardians will understand this. So you don't tune into the King Leo show for truth. You tune in for narrative. Narrative is all that matters, because in the Baudrillardian framework, there is no truth. And that's fine. We have to accept that in the hyper-real, there is no truth. Did Charlie Kirk die? Did Charlie Kirk even live? Was Charlie Kirk killed? Is Charlie Kirk still alive? I mean, I see these AI videos of him saying that, what he would think right now. Did he ever die? Did he ever live? What is it to live? What is it to die? Is Charlie Kirk a concept or a person? We will never know. This doesn't matter. He is now a symbol, as he always was, as we all are symbols, cogs within the machine, grease in the machine, and that's fine. So for our purposes today, I want to examine the truth, which is a possible truth, that maybe the boomer was the one that took Charlie Kirk out. He was arrested. It was very public. For a few hours, people really thought it was him before Mr. Robinson was arrested. And saying this, I will probably guarantee you that Tyler Robinson will be the accused and condemned for this crime. So for criminal justice purposes, I'm sure it was him. At this point, it's alleged. But let's consider for a moment the possible truth, the possible narrative that it was the boomer. Let's say even that the government actually knows that it was this boomer. I think that this would be very bad to tell the public. And to understand this, I've actually rewritten here the ending of The Dark Knight, okay? Very famous Batman movie that was very prophetic in the way that it dealt with the problems in America. And I want you to consider this. This could be the ending of The Dark Knight, but with Commissioner Gordon as America, Batman as the alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, and Harvey Dent as the boomer, and the Joker, the anti-boomer movement. So here we have it. America, thank you. Tyler, you don't have to thank me. America, yes, I do. The anti-boomer movement won. All of the boomer's successes, everything he fought for, undone. Whatever chance you gave us of fixing this city dies with the boomer's reputation. We bet it all on him. The anti-boomer movement took the best of us and tore him down. People will lose hope. Tyler, they won't. They must never know what he did. America, Charlie Kirk's assassination, you can't sweep that up. Tyler, no. But the anti-boomer movement cannot win. The city needs its true hero. America, no! Tyler, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things because I am not a hero, not like the boomer. I killed Charlie Kirk. That's what I can be. America, no, you can't. You're not. Tyler, I'm whatever the city needs me to be. Call it in. America, a hero, not the one we deserved, but the one we needed, nothing less than a knight, shining. They'll hunt you. Tyler, you'll hunt me. You'll condemn me, set the dogs on me, because it's what needs to happen, because sometimes the truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more. Sometimes people deserve to have their faith rewarded. America's son. Tyler, why is he running, Dad? America, because we need to chase him. Son, He didn't do anything wrong, America, because he's the hero America deserves, but not the one it needs right now. So we'll hunt him because he can take it, because he's not our hero. He's a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight. Powerful stuff, right? Powerful stuff. When you think of it in this framework, whether you loved or hated Charlie Kirk, especially if you're a boomer, you have to be incredibly thankful for the man who is being crucified with his murder, whether he did it or not, Mr. Robinson. The reason for this is, as the script, do I even have to say it? Do I? Of course. Let's spell it out. If the boomer is responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk, then it means that this country is condemned for failure, that we cannot restart, that we cannot win. We must blame it on the Zoomer, because the Zoomer, Tyler, can take it. The Zoomer is the one who will save this country. And maybe it's not the Zoomer, maybe it's Alpha, maybe it's someone else that comes after. But what we know for sure is that the anti-boomer movement failed. The Tucker Carlsons, the Robert Reichs, they failed. They failed to pin this on the boomer and condemn us all to a period of chaos and anarchy. You don't get the Dark Knight Rises without the end of the Dark Knight. This is just how it has to be, people. If the boomer did it, Kash Patel could not tell us that he had done it. Otherwise, it would be chaos out here. It would not be fair. You'd see people angry at the boomer on the streets. They'd get dirty looks. They would get possible financial attacks, a step up in financial scams, more people calling them to take their hard-earned money, inheritances erased through scam, not through spending. The collapse of financial markets, of 401ks, of housing properties. You can't have a country if you do that. You can't have America if you do that. The boomer, and this goes to a wider point, man, the boomer cannot be demonized. The boomer, the real truth of the boomer that we must sell the public on, unfortunately, is that he won. He did his best, and we cannot castigate or hurt him for this. It is only what anyone else would have done, okay? The boomer will be remembered like Harvey Dent. We will have the boomer laws that will make us live a better life. We will be able to establish law and order in our cities, be more equitable in the distribution of wealth, be happier, have better social relations, if and only if the boomer gets to exit the stage with his dignity and his reputation intact. For that reason, guys, whether you love or hate Tyler Robinson or Charlie Kirk, this is the way things had to end. This is the only way they could have ended. They could not have blamed this on a boomer, whether it's true or not. It would have been too damaging for this country. It would have given the Tucker Carlsons and Robert Reichs of this world and the young people who are justifiably angry too much ammunition to attack this generation, taking away one of the rising millennial stars of the country, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, man, rest in peace sincerely, dude. And may your death serve us in the sense of allowing this country to move forward in a unified and better direction. Because at the end of the day, we're all we got. Can't forget about that. America, all we got is each other. That's it. We got no one else. We run the world. We are America. We win. So with that, everyone, please, before you speculate, before you try to give a reason, before you give a conspiracy theory about who actually did it, consider the fact that this truth may serve America more than any other truer truth that you may find and propagandize. With that, I leave you fellas. Everyone have a great day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't tell anyone. Rule number 1 of the King Leo channel, don't tell anybody about the King Leo channel. Rule number 2, don't tell anybody about the King Leo channel. But you, lucky viewer, blessed by the algorithm, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.